The family of an Invercargill teen killed in a car crash in which one of her friends was driving recklessly have heard for the first time today about the final traumatic moments of her life. In a packed Dunedin courtroom, a young man was sentenced for taking his friend's life and seriously injuring 3 others. Otago Southern reporter Lydia Anderson was there.
20-year-old Dunedin man Shay Richards stood stone-faced in the dock before a packed public gallery filled with the family and friends of Nikita Strange, who was 18 when she died in the July 2015 crash. The court was told how Richards failed to stop at a giveaway intersection after driving an overloaded car of teens recklessly through Dunedin. A ute smashed into the teen's car, sending it spinning into a parked car and a wall. The ute driver Anthony Odering gave a graphic victim impact statement, detailing how he desperately tried to perform CPR on Ms. Strange after Richards had walked away from the crash.
I got into the car next to her, and although I knew she must have been badly hurt because she wasn't conscious, I remember thinking how peaceful and beautiful she looked. That mental image haunts me.
He tried mouth-to-mouth resuscitation but heard a deep gurgling sound from Ms. Strange, then tried chest compressions. Fighting back tears, Mr. Odering said there was a point when he realised she was dead.
I'm a father, and I know that if my daughter had died in my arms, I would be saying goodbye to her right there and right then. Nikita's family couldn't be there, so I said goodbye to her for them, kissed her on the cheek and wished her Godspeed.
Ms. Strange and her friends had set off from Invercargill to Christchurch in the early hours of that morning, but when they got to Dunedin they realised they didn't have enough petrol. She had contacted Richards, who helped the teens do a petrol drive-off, then drove their car erratically through the city streets, ignoring their pleas to slow down. Richards' lawyer, Anne Stevens, told the court her client had always accepted responsibility for the crash.
At 18, and as a learner driver, he lacked both the maturity and the experience to recognise the situation that he was placing himself and others in. His focus was on doing what he had been asked by a friend and then getting out of there.
More than 10 victim impact statements were read on behalf of Ms. Strange's family and the other teens involved in the crash, describing their anger towards Richards and the emptiness in their lives caused by Ms. Strange's death. Justice David Gendel said Richards had previous driving convictions and had continued to infringe his learner licence conditions after Ms. Strange's death. He said he was not convinced Richards was completely remorseful for the crash. Richards was also sentenced over 3 counts of reckless driving causing injury and 1 of theft, and was disqualified from driving for 4 years. In Dunedin for Checkpoint, Lydia Anderson.